Please welcome back to the stage, Chief Product Officer, Deanna.
Office to have the most remarkable people working with us in team. And isn't it fun to see that we pushed NSF harder than they've ever been pushed before? Yeah. So let's give Tom another big round of applause because he works hard. We're going to shift gears right now and talk about a different type of product and a different type of product line.
Prime time.
You know, the average person takes over 20,000 breaths in one day. I'd like everybody in this room right now to take a really big, deep breath. Let's all do it together on a count of 3, okay? 1, 2, 3. Let's do it one more time together and really, use your belly and take one really big breath with me, okay? One more time. Let's do it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Exactly how long it takes when you breathe in a molecule for it to enter into your bloodstream and to be found in your kidney and your liver. It's kind of awkward standing here for 34 seconds in silence. But in 34 seconds, when you breathe something in, it can be found in your most vital organs in your body. So why is that important? Why should that be important to you? Because as a company, we want to make sure that we offer different delivery methods for products. Delivery methods that are very effective ways to get great products and ingredients into the body. And we have a new one that's being launched here today. Now, when you took a big breath today as a group, we were breathing in Sentry. And you're going to learn about that in just a little bit, that you were breathing in the immune system of plants designed to help give your immune system a boost. So you were breathing in health. And this line so far has been launched in China, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and Japan with great success. And today we have another expert who's making her debut here on this convention stage, and who it is my pleasure to introduce. And like everything we do, as Tom had mentioned, everything we do is with the utmost quality. The people we bring on board are full of passion. You know, Tom just talked about quality and how important it is to us, and used Bentley as an example. And even Priime is done with that utmost quality. Do you know, in the essential oil world, there's 3 different grades. There's grade A, grade B, grade C. What grade do you think we use? A. Because not all, let's look at lavender, is created equal. This is a grade B, C lavender. There's weeds in the lavender. Stems end up in that lavender oil. What does ARIIX use? We use grade A. It's because everything we do is done with the utmost quality to give you the best health benefit possible. So this next person I'm going to bring out, she's fabulous. She has a degree from Harvard. She is a naturopath by trade, but had a huge, extensive business background before she got into the health industry, and got into the health industry because of her own personal health challenges. She was featured regularly on TV and media and written for major publications. And she happens to be one of those people that really care about the health and well-being of others. Because you can find an expert on every corner, right? Everybody claims expertise in their life. But then there's those rare, special people like Dr. Strand, who's an expert but just truly works from the heart. And this next person is like this. She happens to live very close to me in Southern California. So she is a California girl and a mother. And she is going to join us for the next 20-30 minutes, explaining all the wonderful, fabulous benefits of our Priime essential oil line. So please join me in welcoming to the stage our very own Erica Elmans.
Incredible event. I am so honored to be here with all of these amazing people, many of whom I'm meeting for the first time. And I gotta tell you, when I was backstage, all I could think about was, oh my gosh, I didn't rehearse walking in high heels. And I was like, please don't let me trip. But then again, maybe I'd end up on America's Funniest Home Videos. My daughter's in my favorite show. She's in the audience here, so I had to give a shout out. So, as you've heard today, we have many, many incredible products. We have an amazing mission and tools to help impact many lives. And those of us, of course, who are on the products, we're very healthy, right? But every once in a while, we wake up one morning and we feel like this. Who here can relate to this guy? I saw this picture and I was like, oh, I've felt that way before. So we wake up in the morning, we feel like this guy. Oh my gosh, everything hurts, right? Your throat, your head, your skin, gosh, even your hair hurts. And you just think, oh my gosh, I have got to have something really bad. So you decide, all right, I'm going to go to the doctor and get checked out because there must be something terribly wrong with me. So you brave the outdoors. You don't even bother with showering because the water hurts your skin. You get to the doctor's office. You're sitting there waiting. Someone's glaring at you because they don't want you to get their child sick. You finally get in there, doctor checks you out, and what does the doctor say? You have a virus. Nothing we can do. You gotta go home, get some rest, drink a lot of fluids, and just wait it out. And on one hand, you're kind of excited because you're not dying. But on the other hand, you're like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I don't wanna feel like this for another minute. What am I gonna do for the next few days? So, the next thing that happens is you're like, can't a company invent something to help me feel better quicker? So the next thing, what's worse than this? We wake up and we see this. How many parents do we have in the room? Nothing worse than when your child is sick. They look at you with those eyes and all you want to do is just hug them and make them feel better. Not much worse than this, huh? Oh wait. Although we know this isn't actually a real photograph because is mom ever actually lying in bed? No, she just jumped in for the picture. And who here likes it when their husband gets sick? Anyway, And why is this? The reason is that modern medicine has not come up with a way to really shorten the duration of a virus. So you just got to wait it out. So we do the right things. We take our Nutrify. We drink a lot of water. We get some rest. But I'm here to tell you there is actually something that you can do. You might guess what it is, and those are essential oils. Yep. In fact, no company has to invent them. They've been around for thousands of years, and they've worked this entire time. Now, I'm also going to talk to you about a couple things that I think are really important for you to be concerned about. I think everyone's concerned about. Who's here has heard of antibiotic resistance? Big problem. It's so big that we really need to be talking about it. In fact, it's so big everyone is already talking about it. Newsweek, Harvard Magazine, Science, American Scientist, everyone's talking about antibiotic resistance and how it's a major health threat. In fact, they're not the only ones talking about it. Here's the CDC's website. They have an entire section dedicated to antibiotic resistance. Go check it out. In fact, there is a task force that the White House has put together, close to $300 million to deal with antibiotic resistance. So what really is antibiotic resistance? What happens? Companies create a drug, they go through the clinical trials, they get approved, it's effective against certain strains of bacteria, and then it gets released. And it's effective for a while. But then what happens? Nature happens. The bacteria need to survive. So they figure out a way to mutate, to evolve, to get stronger, and live and survive in an environment even despite the antibiotics. In fact, Alexander Fleming, the one who won the Nobel Prize for inventing penicillin, warned when in his acceptance speech about antibiotic resistance. This is also from the CDC's website. This is an annual number in the United States. Over 2 million illnesses attributed to antibiotic resistance annually, including 23,000 deaths. And those numbers are going up. But guess what? Just like with the virus, essential oils can help in this fight against antibiotic resistance. So how do they do this? Let's put on our logical caps for a moment. We talk about nature. These plants have existed for thousands, millions of years. How do they do that? They face threats and diseases just like we do, just like animals do. There's pests, there's viruses, there's fungus, all competing for their lives. And guess what happens? The bacteria mutates, gets a little stronger. The strong plants survive, the ones that aren't as strong don't survive. That's what we learned in school, right? So imagine these plants evolving. So the plants we have now are stronger in their essential oils. The essential oils are like the immune system of the plant. That's a really simple way to think about it. So these plants evolve, and so the bacteria evolve, the plants evolve. They're having a little tennis match. Happen to know a little bit about that sport. So that's really how the plants get stronger and stronger and why they're able to survive. So I'm sensing a theme here, but I'm going to continue it. Let's talk about medications. Because we talked about medications earlier and the fact that there isn't anything for virus. So these are the top 10 most prescribed medications in the United States. Here we've got some common names, you know. Synthroid barely beats out Crestor by 1/10 of a million. So the total number of prescriptions in 1 month prescribed in the United States is 137.3 million. And that's a monthly number. So for fun, I took the number of the United States citizens, and that's 318.9 million. That's based on the US Census last year. So what does that mean? Just for the top 10 medications, we've got 0.42 prescriptions per person, per capita in the United States. So that means About almost one out of every 2 people are on one. So if it's not you, it's probably someone you care about. And again, remember, these are just the top 10. There are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of medications being prescribed every month that are not even on this list. So what if there were options? Options to try to minimize the number of medications we have to take. We've already got amazing lines. We've already got Nutrify. We've already got Revive. We have all these incredible products to support our bodies to be healthier, but what if we add another tool to the shed? So what are essential oils? Essential oils are compounds that are made from plants. They can be made from the leaves, just like this. This is peppermint. Peppermint's a wonderful oil for so many things, and it's in several of our products. It could be made from the flowers, like geranium, like rose. It can be made from the roots, or from the bark of a tree, or even from resin. Frankincense, one of the most powerful oils out there, is made from a resin that comes out of a tree. So let's talk quickly about how to use oils. How do we use these things? Do we just look at them? So whenever somebody says essential oils, most people understand that they're used aromatically, right? They smell good. People have probably heard that they can be relaxing, maybe mood lifting, but is there really anything else much to it? So this is where I get to do the audience interaction portion, which I know you introverts are hating me right now. Because I am an introvert, so I hate when speakers do this. You're like, oh my gosh, is she gonna pick on me? What am I gonna do? Anyway, I promise you, this is going to be an exercise you'll remember, so I ask that you suspend any self-consciousness and just participate. So this is a lemon. Look how bright, beautiful, and ripe that is. So I'd ask you right now to close your eyes. If you would, picture that lemon that you see that you just saw on the screen. Now imagine that you are walking into your kitchen and that lemon happens to be sitting there in a bowl, just beckoning you. You walk over to it. In fact, you get a little bit closer to it and you can actually smell the aroma because it is so fresh, that scent that just takes you over. You go and you grab a knife and you take that lemon in your hand, and gosh, that lemon's really heavy. It's one of those really good ones. It's not one of those light ones that you think you're just getting a tennis ball. There's that tennis reference again. You take that lemon and you bring it and you put it on a cutting board. You slice that lemon open with that knife. The lemon juice kind of spills on the cutting board, kind of squirts up, maybe gets close to your eyeball. But man, it smells so good. So then you take that lemon, you place it in your hand, you grab a fork. And you take that fork and you place it in the pulp of the lemon. You're just going to start mashing it around, breaking up the pulp, getting it nice and juicy. You put the fork down, you hold that lemon in your hand, you pull it up and pull it to your lips, and you take a sip. Now open your eyes. Who here had something happen just then? Who wants to, I thought there was a mic somewhere, but what happened? Saliva, right? Anything else? So what just happened there? You had a physical reaction to a thought. So imagine having the ability to impact mood, to impact stress. If you had that kind of a physical reaction to a thought of a lemon, what do you think happens in your body when you feel angry, or sad, or scared? I'm here to share that oils are a way to help the physiological responses in your body. Now imagine, with these physiological responses, there's more to it, but just aromatic use can impact your mood. So let's talk about another way to use these oils, which is another way people kind of think about when they think about essential oils. Maybe you've had a massage with oils, is topical use. Topical use is a very powerful way to use oils. Modern medicine has proven this left and right. We've got the smoking cessation patch. We've got the birth control patch. We have bioidentical hormones applying to your skin. And why is that? Those oils get directly into the bloodstream. Just like Deanna said with you inhaling, it also applies to topical application. So powerful way to use these oils. In fact, both aromatic and topical use are my favorite. But there is a third way, and that's internal use. Now most people and most companies, most bottles of essential oil will tell you do not use, not safe for internal use. Variety of reasons for that. Product quality, contaminants, sometimes they add synthetics to it, so you're not safe for internal use. But guess what? We actually have one of our blends that is safe for internal use. And how do you know? If you don't ever remember which one it is, it's the one that has the FDA supplement label on the bottle, okay? So you can feel comfortable using that one internally, and I'll talk to you more about that later. So let's get back a little bit again to this conversation about the immune system, whereas essential oils strengthen it and support the immune system do its job better. Your body knows what to do. This is just supporting it with all of these amazing tools to do its job optimally. A lot of drugs, as we know, toxify the body. All those side effects, right? And again, this is a theme. We've been talking about it all day today. Essential oils have an incredible ability to help detoxify the body. Medications are one-dimensional. They get at one symptom, one thing, and that's it. Whereas essential oils, nature knows what to do. Nature's unbelievable. They're adaptive. So the oil supports your body to do what it needs to do. If you have too much of something, it'll help bring it down. If you have too little of something, it'll help bring it up. It figures it out for you. And this one is amazing. So drugs tend to clog and confuse receptor sites. What are receptor sites? It's essentially the way that your cells communicate to each other. All of your systems talk to each other. They're all in cahoots. But drugs can confuse that. Their signals get crossed, and then they don't function optimally. Essential oils clean receptor sites. They actually improve your body's ability to talk to itself. Isn't that amazing? So imagine if you've been on medications and those signals are all crossed. Start using oils, and it'll start to improve. So how do they do this? How is it that oils can actually do these things that sound unbelievable? This gorgeous photo, little drawing, kind of looks like the lemon, is a cell. And one of the reasons that essential oils are so powerful is they are what's called lipophilic. Lipophilic essentially means that they are able to cross the cell membrane and get into the cell. See the bacteria out there on the outside? That's why antibiotics can get at bacteria, because it lives in the bloodstream outside of the cell. But why can't it get at a virus? Remember we talked about that before? It's because viruses go into the cell itself. And modern medicine hasn't really figured out a way to get a drug into the cell itself. But guess what? Because essential oils are natural from nature, the cell goes, okay, I'll let you in. And it actually crosses the cell membrane into the cell. Pretty powerful stuff. Another way that essential oils can impact our health, and I'm not going to get into all of this detail, is through diffusion, through aromatic use, just like Deanna said earlier. You inhale the molecule of the oil, goes to the olfactory bulbs, and impacts all the different parts of the brain that govern every single biological process in our body. Ends up even affecting our hormones, our digestion, our stress hormones, our thyroid gland, everything, just from aromatic use. Oops, wrong button. But nothing happened when I pushed the wrong button, that's a good thing. So topically, same thing. You put the oil right on your skin, goes into the bloodstream. Once it's in that bloodstream, it affects all these other systems in your body. Your muscles, your joints, your cardiovascular system, your hormones, your detox organs, your liver and kidneys, just like Deanna said, those are our biggest detoxification organs. We have many, but those are the key ones, so amazing. So do you think essential oils are just fluff? Just something that smells good? I don't want you to just take my word for it though. This is PubMed. PubMed is the go-to source for clinical research in the health field. There are over 15,000 studies published already on essential oils. And guys, science is starting to really catch up to what nature's already known forever, right? It's pretty exciting. So this isn't fluff. This is science is proving all of this, and and think about all the studies that are going on that aren't even published on here yet. There's a lot going on. In fact, already published here. Lavender, over 1,600 just on lavender. Frankincense, over 400 studies just on frankincense, which is one of my favorite oils in the world. Frankincense and cancer, 64 studies. Frankincense and its effect on the brain. Again, frankincense can actually cross the blood-brain barrier. That's huge. For you medical professionals out there, you know how important that is. So guys, it's going on. And guess what? You've got it. So we all know when we're in sales and we've got products to sell, we get objections, right? So one of the objections, maybe you're even having it in your mind right now, but you'll definitely hear it from customers. Hopefully if I do my job, you're not going to feel it at all, but we'll see. Is oils are expensive. Look at this little bottle. It's how much money? Oh my gosh, I can't pay that. This is again a beautiful field of lavender. Do you know that it takes 250 pounds of lavender flowers to make 2.5 pounds of oil? Now lavender is one of the more abundant ones and also one of the least expensive ones, but let me talk about another one. Rose. Who loves the smell of roses? I know I do. It takes to make 1 ounce of essential oil of rose, 60,000 roses. Isn't that crazy? And imagine, think of all the care and time and energy it takes to grow those and to cultivate them to where they're ready to be harvested. And I'm here to share that rose has now surpassed Maitake Gold as the #1 most expensive raw ingredient that ARIIX has in its line, and guess what? We've got it. Pretty awesome. So when people tell you, oh gosh, it's so expensive, well guess what guys, as we know, we even heard this here before, it's expensive to be sick. This here is per capita spending on pharmaceutical medication worldwide. US is #1. About $1,000 per person spent on pharmaceutical medication every year. And Canada is #2, and the US is 40% more than #2. Like, we are out of control with that. It's a lot of money. So when people are griping about the cost of oils, it's expensive to be sick. Never mind all the lost work days that you have from work. And I'll tell you, one of the larger bottles has 250 drops in it. And guess what? 1 dose is 1 drop. That's it. It's not the whole bottle. 1 drop is 1 dose. So these little oils are so powerful, and if you come to the breakout session tomorrow, I'm going to teach you more about about how to really use these. But again, it's expensive to be sick. So here we go. Let's talk in the last few minutes we have here. Announcing Priime in the US. The first one I'm going to talk about is maybe you guys noticed yesterday when we were in here, or earlier today, I apologize, there was a nice scent in the room that was calm. Calm is intended for relaxation. It's intended to help with you with sleep, support the body's ability to relax and calm down. Wonderful for right before bed. Impacts the mood. In there's our rose. Amazing. Also got neroli. I'm not going to go too much into each of these ingredients because again, you guys know it doesn't ultimately matter as much as you know what the blends do. Bergamot, incredible oil for stress and anxiety. Melissa, it's calming, but Melissa is fabulous when it comes to viruses, by the way. That's another incredible oil for that. Our next blend is ice. We have lots of athletes in here. And how cool was that video earlier about the athletes? Oh my gosh, I can't wait to go send that to about 300 people tomorrow. Ice is a phenomenal blend used for pain, for joints. Anytime you've got aches and pains, maybe you've been sitting at the computer too long, take a little ice, rub that on for muscles. It's also good for some other things. In there we've got wintergreen. Wintergreen's a very powerful oil. Blue chamomile, birch oil. These are all strong to help support the body's pain response. Peppermint, there's peppermint, and white camphor. The third blend is called Escape. This one is formulated to help with improving your mood and helping to release tension and anxiety. So again, remember the physiological effects of stress on our bodies, right? This can help support the body calm down and to remove any of that tension. It's also really supportive when you have headaches and migraines. So Escape's a wonderful blend for that. In there we've got lavender, Roman chamomile. Those two together help so much with sleep if you just use those two oils. It's incredible. There's my friend frankincense. And helichrysum. Helichrysum is another powerfully strong oil. And also is really good for the skin, believe it or not. That's a highly, very expensive product as well, but it's it's one of my favorites as well. And last but not least, Sentry. This is the one that you guys have been breathing this entire time that we've been here talking this afternoon. Sentry is the one that we use to combat illness, boost the immune system, antimicrobial. I clean my house with this stuff. So this is some of the fun stuff we're going to get into later, some of the more specific ways to use these, but this is the only one of ours that's allowed for internal use. Remember I mentioned that earlier? This is it, Sentry. And again, if you forget, it's got the label on it. In here we've got blood orange, we've got Ravinsara leaf and clove bud. We also have tea tree and cinnamon bark, because you can really smell that cinnamon when you came in here, right? Everyone's like, it smells like Christmas. And the last piece of our line is the fractionated coconut oil. So why would we even have this? This isn't an essential oil. Why do we have this? Remember I talked about topical use? This is what we can use when we use for massage to apply the oils topically. And guys, this is what's fascinating, is that the oil is no less effective if you take one drop and put it over a larger area using an oil as a carrier oil, they call it. So don't feel like you have to put 20 drops in there to cover a larger area. Maybe you have a sore back or sore shoulder. It also can be used, and coconut oil in and of itself is an antimicrobial. Really, really strong one. And you can even cook with this stuff. Put it on your face, really good moisturizer. So this is it's a complementary product to help support you guys in using the oils. So there we go. Who's excited? I am too. So guys, let me tell you this. I've been using oils with clients and personally as well for about 8 years now. And I can tell you that the moment you get somebody experiencing the benefits of oils, you've got a customer for life. Guys, we've got this. This is an adjunct. We have Nutrify. We have all these other amazing products. Guess what? You've now got another incredible tool. So with that, I think I have somebody coming out to join me here. Yay! There you are.
So let's give Erica a big round of applause. So how about we hear from some of our fabulous ARIIX family who've been using some of these products?
I can't wait.
All right, so let's bring out a mother, someone a lot of you already know really well. We're lucky enough to have her work with us in the corporate office, but she's had her own personal experience with Priime. So please welcome to the stage our very own Elizabeth Dawes.
Like they had said, and working in the direct sales industry for 19 years, I've learned the importance of quality products. Not only is quality important to you as reps, but it's also important to me as an employee because I take those products home to my family and I use them as well. So when Deanna came up to me and asked me if I would be a test user for the Priime oils, I jumped on the chance. I love it. Deanna's asked me to test products anytime. So she gave me a list of uses and I took them home. I immediately started going through them. I put my oils in my laundry. I put them in my toothpaste. And moms, the best use ever is you put it in your pillowcases. Your kids go to sleep no time at all. Awesome, wonderful product. So a few weeks ago, my little boy had gotten sick. Now, as you can see from the picture, he was miserable sick because he doesn't normally look like that. The first one's the before. So I thought to myself, what can I do? I immediately went to my oils. I pulled out Deanna's list. I had Century and coconut oil all over my little guy's feet, and I had my diffuser going on full charge. Within a matter of time, my little boy was back out on his bicycle riding around the neighborhood. The ARIIX Priime oils are incredible. The benefits and the uses for them, amazing. As a mom, knowing what I'm putting on my kids is safe and it's a better alternative to what's out there is so important to me. Thank you.
Just for moms, are they?
Oh no.
No, not at all. They're for all types of people at all ages.
Yep.
So we have another testimonial that comes from a very unlikely source.
Yes, I think I would agree with that.
And he couldn't be here with us today, so we're going to run a video that he made for us. Please go ahead and run the video.
So my name is Brady, and I'm a future NBA star. I'm guaranteed into the league. There's no way I can't make it. I'm dropping three-pointers, dunking on people, through the legs passes, that's all I do. Now, there's only a couple things stopping me from making this NBA. And the first one, the biggest problem, is my genetics, my inferior genetics. It's preventing me, but I'm trying to push through that problem, but I mean, can't really help that. Now my second problem is my plantar fasciitis. Many people struggle with this, but most of them are not 15 years old. So I have a story about my plantar fasciitis, and this takes place after one of my games, dunking on people. You can imagine me, 5'10", and probably just a menace out there. Shooting threes, dunking on people. It comes to the end of the game, and I can't quite elevate like I can. My 8-inch vertical isn't really there, it's more at a 6. And so I come home crying, massaging my feet, and in walks Deanna. And you know when Deanna walks in the building, it's gonna be weird. Something's weird, something healthy, making fun of her meeting. But this time she goes to the cupboard, and grabs something, starts massaging my feet. You know, you can imagine, that's kind of nice. You're laying back. I found out that this is an ARIIX product, and in 5 minutes, my foot pain was gone. Now that's a bit crazy. 5 minutes and it stopped hurting completely. So I gotta thank Deanna for rubbing my feet with this product, making it so I can go to my practices so I can dominate on my game, and eliminating my foot pain. So you can see my name up there in the NBA. Brady, Danger, Cooper. I mean, really, you gotta learn these products, because I could be in the NBA right now.
Okay, so I don't know if they caught it. I don't know if you guys caught that, but that is Fred Cooper's son. So afterwards, he's like, Dad, why'd you never tell me about this product? And he's a great kid, and I know their family well, so we gotta all give Brady one more round of applause for helping us out. So it's good for moms, and it's good for kids, and it's good for athletes like Brady, but it's good for the man's man too, right?
Oh, yeah, we gotta hear about from the men, right? How many men? There's lots of men in the audience. So here's the deal. We're gonna bring someone up right now who's been here already today. You guys know him very well, Mr. Steve Schwartz. But here's why this testimonial is gonna be fabulous. He's a guy, he's a man's man, athlete, military. You think he uses oils? Really?
So let's
Steve,
welcome.
Yes,
right?
come on out.
Let's welcome to the stage Steve Schwartz.
I just ran into Winhand 2 minutes ago. He shook my hand. I thought I was not going to make it out here. I was basically showering in the bathroom because apparently he likes to wear this stuff. Giorgio Armani, whatever, I don't even know how to spell it. And he shook my hand and I was like, dude, like now I smell like you. And so if you're wearing cologne, men, you don't smell good, you smell like the Sopranos, okay? Ladies, you don't smell good, you think you smell good, but you're repelling people, let me tell you. And we have an answer for you with Priime, with Calm, all right? I use Calm as a cologne now, and I don't use the poisons. Anybody ever shook someone's hand and like they leave a scent? Yeah, that's not good. I was in Starbucks, don't know what I was doing there, but I was there. And I was walking through, it happens every day. And so I was in there, this guy comes in, and like he's like on top, I want to recruit this dude. He's like, hey, how's it going? He's moving around, he's shaking. I was like, wow, who is this guy? And I'm like, I shook his hand because I didn't even I just got to meet him. I don't know if he's selling insurance, what he's doing. Like he's probably in network marketing, I have no idea. But I'm watching the baristas, and by the way, I heard him, but what I really did, I smelled him. I was like, he came in and I just smelled cologne. And I could see the baristas, they're like making these faces like, oh, everyone's like, oh. So right there, this $50 cologne could have just cost you, I don't know, $1 million. Because I'm not signing up with you if you smell like that, okay? So I would tell you right now, don't make the mistake. Well, I'm a guy, right? Oils, I just took them all. Ice does not go on your face. Especially after you shave, dude, it does not work. But it does work on your muscles. If you have any, I have a couple left, I'm getting a couple back. If you have muscles, if you have any sore aches and pains, it works instantly. Then I tried Sentry on my face. Doesn't work on there either. Burns, it's a little cinnamony. But you can drink it. But of course, I didn't drink it. I'm a guy, it hit the back of my throat, little burn, okay? Put it in water and you're good to go there, right? But really Calm is an awesome one. People actually ask me, hey, what's that? And I was like, hey, yeah, that's I actually sell this stuff, yeah. And I don't have to, I'm not a rapper, I don't have to my own line of cologne. And I don't have to work at Dillard's, okay? So we actually have something that'll attract people to you. I think you guys have been, we've been pumping Calm in here, and I think it's starting to affect you guys because you've been a little calm. So for the rest of the day, you need to get pumped up more, all right? That's my testimonial. All right, guys.
Okay, so if we could go up on the lights in the house too, we're gonna play some games with you all right now. And question, to get involved, to potentially win a prize. Does that sound good? Yeah. All right, so this is how the game's gonna go. When the music is going, the balls are gonna be bouncing up in the air, so you're gonna have everybody standing, you're gonna bounce up the balls. When the first 100 people in this audience who buy a Priime kit, the first 100 get a $29.95 diffuser that hooks up to your computer and diffuses the oils as you work, and it is awesome.
Oh my gosh, I am obsessed with this product. In fact, I brought it with me on the airplane here. But that's not all. You can't, it's not just for that. There's more.
This diffuser, remember, the first 100 people, they get the Priime kit, get this diffuser free. And if you don't happen to be the first 100, then buy it anyway, because it's awesome.
I bought a couple as gifts. Trust me, you're gonna want this. Okay. Yeah, oh yes. Well, guys, thank you for your time and attention today. It was such an honor to speak with you.
Well, hello everybody. I've got one more place you should not put it. The armpits. True story, camping trip with my family, didn't bring any deodorant, and my wife was extremely offended. Armpits, that burned for a day and a half. Keep it out of your armpits as well. So, hey, listen, with this Priime launch, one of the things that we're really trying to do is make sure you have the tools necessary to sell the product, to be able to leave things behind, to be able to give information to people. And so what we've done and what we hope to do on every single product launch in the future is provide you with fantastic tools. Tomorrow in Erica's breakout, you're going to want to attend that. She's going to walk through every single tool, but I want to give you a short preview. So the first thing that we have, the Priime Quick Reference Guide. This goes through information on how to use the oils, where you ought to be putting them, where you shouldn't be putting them, all right? Make sure you don't put them places that they shouldn't be. That's a good one right there. Priime Essential Oils Brochure. This is a great thing to leave behind with those people who are interested, right? It's an easy, I'm just gonna leave this here with you. Make sure your name's on the back so they remember who you are. And then these small tools that we have, the Priime diffusers, buy a couple of them. These are great to pass out. In fact, great catch, fantastic catch. One more thing that we have that's very important is that we give you tools. Steve Swartz and I introduced a Slenderize video, and now it's my honor to introduce another Priime video. Let's take a look.